Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I want to do my second part video of my end of the year roundup for my knives. So I first did my first part, which was my expensive knives. These were knives that were about $80 to $300. And so now I'm going to be doing my modern knives that are affordable. So we're just going to get right started with it. This is like my fourth time trying to make this video, hence early fatherhood. So here we go. We're going to start with the CRKT Sheridan. This is a great knife, real good handle, and this is going to be the first fourth or third time that I'm hunting for this dang pocket clip, and I just threw it over here and it's nowhere to be found. So first of all, the pocket clip is atrocious. It's tip down only, and when you actually get this in the pocket, you only have this much knife to pull out, like right here, and it's not enough. So I just throw this in my back pocket. This uses a brass washer on this side and Teflon on the other, and it uses Aus 8 steel. So it's really a great little blade. Okay, keeping it moving. Next up, Cold Steel Con. This is a great utility knife, tiny in today's standards, but you got a forward finger choil here that you can latch onto, and you can choke back on it. It really is wonderful, and those unique thumb studs are perfect. Really unique. They go at a really interesting angle here, and it makes opening this knife a breeze. And this American Tanto blade is fantastic, and it has an actual sharpening choil, so that's wonderful. And of course you have the triad lock. So that's the Cold Steel Con. Next up is the Rough Rider RR2084, and this is not a double-sided dagger blade, but just one side, and it uses T10 carbon steel. Absolutely wonderful. And in my use, I've actually been able to use this tab as an Emerson wave opening. So just a little bit of pressure there and it comes right open. That is wonderful. And along with that, that wonderful pocket clip, deep carry pocket clip is great. So this knife is definitely great, wonderful, and just really smooth. For 15 bucks, you can't go wrong. Okay, next up is the Kershaw Bowser. I ended up buying a second one of these because I was so happy with this one. I have done the stainless steel washer swap on this. So this is using stainless steel washers, and as you can see, it has almost drop shut action. I carry this one in my back pocket, hence the lanyard. I can just grab it, pull it out of my pocket, and there we go. But it really has broken in wonderfully, and it really feels like a oh so sweet on steroids, but just like half an inch, you know. So it really is a great knife, and so great that I actually bought a second one. So that's the Kershaw Bowser. Next up is my king of Spyderco affordables. This here has replaced my Tenacious, and it has replaced my Persistence. I've sold both of those, and this is my go-to affordable Spyderco. And you can immediately see some Ken Onion-esque design cues there. I mean, it really feels like something Ken Onion made, but it was not designed by Ken Onion. It's designed by another knife maker and designer, and he actually designed this to be a woman's folding knife. So this was originally meant for women, but Spyderco was like, no, we'll just buy the design off of you and we will market it towards all sexes. So that is a really great knife, and I've of course added a sharpening choil to it. So that's the Spyderco Astute. Next up is the, and I just forgot the name of it. I think this is the Forester or Trekker. I think this is the Trekker. This is from Victorinox, and yes, if this didn't lock, I would put it in my slip joints, but it does lock. And so this is in my modern folders, and I use this a ton, and I have modified the can opener to make it a lanyard cutting tool. cool. So I have that sharpened down to a point, and all I have to do is put some rope or twine or even fishing twine in, and you can just do that. So really great knife. I have 2 of these, and I think they are both, these are discontinued as far as I know. Okay, next up is the Kershaw Passage. I still haven't had much time to carry this, but I do love the lines on it. And you have a decent steel of 8CR13 MOV. So it's good stuff, but it's not like incredible. But this knife is definitely a good little knife. Here it is against the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in Maximet, and you can see that yes, it is a sizable blade. So great knife. Great price, by the way, only about 20 bucks for one of these with free shipping. So you can't beat that, and you have speed safe. So that is another wonderful, affordable knife. Next up, the CRKT amicus, or amicus, or amicus. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that, but there it is. It is designed by Jesper Voxnes. This just barely was spared by being sold, but I couldn't replace that action. That action on this is fantastic, and getting it open has been a learning curve, but I'm able to do it now. Not too bad, but you can see that that action is really good. Oh, didn't do the middle flick. There we go. So yeah, the amicus, or amicus, whatever you want to call it. It's a great knife, and only about 30 bucks. So there you go, and that's from CRKT. Next up, the QSP Parrot. Yeah, this is definitely a fantastic little blade, especially in D2. D2 right there. This is wonderful. Great little knife. Very usable and very smooth. I mean, man, this thing is broken in real nice. Uses a combination of washers and Teflon washers, brass washers and Teflon, but you can see that this closing this is no problem. Whoop, hit the backstop. But yeah, we've got standoffs here, stainless steel construction, and G10 handles. I mean, you can't really beat that for 25 bucks. So next up, a new edition of about a week ago, the Boker Strike Mini. And a reason why I went with the Boker Strike Mini instead of the Strike, which I had before, is it's just too much blade for me. I don't need a lot of blade. I do have bigger knives than this, but in an automatic, I don't need a lot. You know, it's not going to be my primary, and if it is, I'm not using this for self-defense. But you will see that this is in D2, so this is one of the newer ones. It has D2 steel, hence the oil, and I love this little knife. Nice and snappy. I have a lanyard on it, and that is primarily because this is a dog to get out of the pocket. So this lanyard actually helps me grab it and pull it out of my pocket, and also puts me in position to either unlock or lock the knife. So it really is a versatile little knife, and in a really nice package. With that D2, fantastic. I have also added, yet again, a sharpening choil. So that's just something I add to knives that don't have them. So put it on safety and in with the others. And of course, I just couldn't do this list without the best knife you could get this year. And that is the Boker Mermaid. Yep, this is definitely at the top of my list. I'm just kidding. This isn't at the top of my list. But if you want something for maybe your starstruck daughter, or just somebody that loves mermaids or has a nautical theme in their bathroom, and you want to put this right next to the toilet, you can definitely get them this knife. This knife is about 30 bucks, non-assisted. I have done the stainless steel washer switch, and you can see I used 2 steel washers to get this thing somewhat centered. And there it is. That is my list and all my affordable knives. Let's get them all back up on the table here. All my affordables. So that is my roundup of affordable knives. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, leave a like and comment below on which one out of all of these was your favorite. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you may be.